This is Dead Serious, a show about short horror stories worthy of discussion. I'm Dead Palette, here to remind you that Lisa Goes Gaga is the best episode of The Simpsons, and don't you dare debate me on that. Today we're taking a look at another sci-fi underworld story. Last one I'll be tackling in a while. It is entitled, I Can't Open Them. Let's get right into it. This is what my older sister experienced. It happened in the middle of one very cold winter night. My sister was sleeping in bed when she heard something go pa-dump, 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 pa-dump. So annoying! Ellipses exclamation point, she says. She thought, as she tried to open her eyes, but couldn't open them. Then, pa-dump, 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 grew louder and louder. What the hell? So far, this kind of feels like a very, campfire, corny kind of story of, and there was a pa-dump, a pa-dump, a pa-dump. It's kind of melodramatic, but, let's see what it has to offer. While she was panicking, the thing suddenly jumped on the top of her chest. It was bouncing up and down and giggling. She could tell that it sounded like the voice of a little girl. Alright, so we know that the sister is experiencing sleep paralysis, dyspnea, and a nightmare at the same time. This is literally the description of the painting, The Nightmare, which it's an oil painting made by Henry Fuseli in 1781, a Anglo-Swiss artist. It's a very well-known romantic painting. You can see that romantic painting bastardized in the thumbnail of this video. If you don't know about it, Googling The Nightmare will bring it up, wherein a woman who is sleeping very romantically, very dramatically, has a demon on her chest, or believes herself to have a demon on her chest. This is not an uncommon occurrence for people who are overweight and are sleeping to experience a demon or some kind of entity being on top of their chest. And what do you know? It usually corresponds to the culture that they're in. So in, Switzerland, it's a little impish demon. In Japan, it's a little girl giggling, because we've never seen that in Japanese horror. But pressing on, let's see what this story has to offer. My sister was sweating like a pig and tried to chant some sort of prayer, but then she heard the voice say, "Open your eyes and look." My sister muttered, "I can't open them." Then the thing said, "If you sleep with your eyes open, you'll get a round cake." So this person is sweating profusely in her sleep and would be tantalized by the thought of a round cake. So maybe this person is indeed fat and is suffering from sleep paralysis and parasomnia and stuff. So you'll be fine, because you can get a round cake and you'll be fine. It repeated the same phrase over and over. My sister still thought she couldn't do it. But in the end, she managed to open her eyes, and then she saw an extraordinary, quite the opposite. She saw an ordinary-looking little girl sitting astride her. Soon after that, she passed out. Yeah, because she was fucking sleeping before that. She just had a night terror. Oh my god. I heard her story the following morning. Some rich imagination, lol, I told her, laughing. That's what I told myself, lol. My sister was laughing too. That was the last conversation we had. Oh, she fucking died. On the same day, she got run over by a car on the way to school and died. Her eyes were wide open. Oh shit, I know enough about Japanese culture to know where this is going. This is really cool. Alright, yes. I've been making fun of this story. Man, it's cool in a cool direction. At the funeral, she was when I was preparing some offerings, the daughter of a distant relative, a little girl, came up to me. She said, "Here, Mi-chan told me to give you this. Here, Mi-chan told me to give this to you." I thought this Mi-chan must be another kid of a distant relative I don't know about. and I accepted the gift without hesitation. "Who's Mi-chan?" When I asked, the little girl said, "Mi-chan says because she lives inside the closet, she can't come out, but she says she'll be able to come out soon." I was lost for words. The gift she gave me was a small, tasty-looking round cake. So the round cake that she received was manju, which is a popular traditional Japanese confection. There are many varieties of manju, but most have an outside made of flour, rice powder, and buckwheat, and a filling of anko or red bean paste, made from boiling azuki beans and sugar. They are boiled together again and kneaded. There are several varieties of bean paste used, including koshien, subaun, and subanshian. This is just all bullshit to me, but it's kind of like a little, it's a lot like mochi. But I'll be damned if this goofy little story didn't turn around to have a nice ending. Personally, out of all of the ones I've read so far from the Saya and Underworld page, I would say this is my personal favorite, despite all the shit I was giving this story. And it was kind of like bullshit to begin with, not really real criticism. But I like this story. This is a neat little story. It's working with Japanese culture, and it's not uncommon for you to get those kinds of offerings at funerals and offer those to the deceased. This is a real cool little story. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let's get on to our sponsor of the day, Tap Water. Tap Water, turning your frogs gay.